Yes. Ow. We are here back with another Candid Truth. It is Wednesday, you guys. Okay. What's today's date? Wednesday, November 19th. Yeah. We zoom past November there. We didn't zoom past November today. Okay. Well, you guys, let's do a little speed off. If you don't know who it is, it's your girls Aaliyah J. We get into a lot of things. We rap, we sing. We've been acting for years. We have a long resume. We don't have time to explain. Went to school for many different things. That's how he is. Okay, so we got Selena Powell. We got Pharrell Williams. We got Aiden Ross, Cristiano Ronaldo. We have Nicki Minaj and many other things. We're going to talk about the upcoming holidays and, what's that's going to be like for us. Stephanie Smith makes my chart again, talking a lot of shit. Excuse my language. Big Ivy and some other tea. Jason Lee, too. Yeah, Jason Lee. Ooh. No, it's on a good note, though. Jason, you made a good note this time. Okay, boo. Hang on. All right, let's get right into the tea. But before we even do that, y'all know how we do things over here? For once. Going once, going twice. So This time it's sneaky stuff. Get your groove on. Ooh, get it. Get it. I feel like, I hope y'all feeling good as I am today. I am amazed to be back here. Episode 15 at that. Oh my God, you guys. If you've been joining me on this journey, thank you so much. Make sure you hit the like button. Push your girl through the algorithm. Yes. Of course, first thing we're going to hit on today, Selena Powell seemingly taking shots at Summer Walker. And I'm not mean subtle shots. She's taking shots. Like shots. Like it's So Summer Walker reacts to Selena Powell claiming they're crying over the same man. Ooh. This is Selena Powell's post. She says, we gotta zoom in, y'all. When y'all crying over the same man, but she can actually sing, and let me I try to tell y'all, these bitches really fans of me. Ooh, and that's what Summer Walker said with the fans. These bees is who really fans of me. Ooh, Summer. Now Summer. Selena Powell, you mess with every man. I don't know. What man you haven't messed with? You have a track. You have a history, girl. We both bad girls, but how you pulling that much more dick than I do? I just got questions. And the problem continues, of course. It doesn't stop there. It never does. The boat doesn't stop there. What is the other post? Because Selena Powell. It was even more. Oh, was that it? Oh, no, it's the next one then. Music mogul Pharrell Williams under scrutiny for his views on politics. this was an interesting one, honestly. So he was, of course, at what was it? An interview, and he had said, "Do you want someone to support your startup because you're black or because you're the best?" Right. So I think now for me, it's about us having the best ambition. That's the reason why you should support these businesses. Right. Pharrell also says that he hates politics and doesn't believe either side. He also speaks on DEI, as you heard earlier. This is nothing new to me, honestly. Pharrell Williams has always kind of seemed like a radical to me. Most artists are. Most artists are more leaning radical because we you kind of peep the divide. And he leans more like a black radicalist, as we can hear more points of views he's said in other times over the years, as he said right here about women. He said many things about women.
Back at home, like, listen, whoever you are, as long as you're living and breathing, you have to think a woman's body that brought you into this world, period. What would a world be like if we had like 75% of our world leaders, our prime ministers and our presidents to be female? That'd be a very different world. Just started trying to just dedicate my time and just trying to send as much goodwill as I could toward like our female counterparts, because they're largely dismissed. I mean, their contributions is
Gonna get my stream kicked off. Luckily it's his music, but fair use. He's also said this.
There's power in numbers, and obviously the numbers did not show up in our favor. I never believed the polls to begin with, but here's what I know. When negativity rises, it's always cause and effect. It's going to cause a lot of positivity. I honestly believe the galvanizing of the Latin culture is going to be something that the rest of the world is going to have to pay attention to. They're forcing the Latin cultures to come together in ways that they never have before. So to me, that's beautiful. There's also women. And I think women are going to rise up. They're going to recognize their power. 70 million people didn't vote. But it's okay. We live and we learn, right? Onwards and upwards. There's power in numbers.
So he never lied in what he said. He's still always kept the same point of view. But again, he's a black radical. A lot of things it's very martyr. It's very Angela Davis. It's very Amanda Seals. If you understand these people and understand these people are not upsetting you because they call out what is the vibe by challenging it from femininity to anti-fascism, white supremacy, anti-capitalism, all that right there. There's still very much what you would consider a democratic view, if you can say a democratic view, but at the same time, what it is, it's both sides have shown their people who actually understand politics understand why you will stand on a black radical side or a radical side, period. You would stand on the black radical side if you as a black person, because you often find, a lot of you might find yourself actually being a radical if you actually did the work to look at it. It's more than Democratic and Republican, okay? I'm just going to put that right there. It's more than out here than Democratic and Republican, okay? It's just it's a lot to explain. It's way more than Democratic and Republicans. Pharrell, here's the speech he said right here on the stage. Oh,
as we look at what's going on in the current political climate, I'm just saying.
And music, and we gotta go. Here we go again. We be trying to help you. We be trying to help you celebrities out and back you up. And he's, of course, face scrutiny for it. Here's this girl.
This message is for Pharrell. And if you're not Pharrell, please go ahead and swipe. Because me and you need to have a fucking conversation. You got up there with your rich ass, your rich black ass, and you sit up there and said, I don't like politics. It's division. I don't like either side. I don't get why DEI. I don't like DEI because you know what? DEI, do you want to get a job just because you're black? No, bitch, I don't. What I would like to do is actually be fucking seen and not be ignored because I am black. That's what diversity, equity, and inclusion does for black people. Pharrell. I can be.
It was more than black people, it was also women too. It was a very focus on women. He's not saying any of that. The thing is, it's a misunderstanding of what he's communicating with to you. And what he's really trying to communicate to you is, at this point, both sides have shown some true colors where there can be bought. Like I've defined, as I've from going to school myself about politics, both foreign and U.S. politics. They define a politician as an actor who can basically, an actor who's able to basically, let me see. Hold on a minute. Let me find this definition. I got notes, baby. I took notes in school, hun. How about you? So it's what do they define it as? An actor who's able to persuade an audience, a large audience is what they would just define it as. Let's see. So, which is the following process of which selective rights of the Bills of Rights can, and we'll get into the selective Bills of Rights of the Sixth Amendment later because we got to talk about it. Slavery. We can't find it right now, but we'll come back to it, of course. But yeah, they define him as an actor who can like persuade a large audience. And if you know any most actors, it'd be celebrities, influencers. This is why they have the names and the titles that they have. It's more to it than what you would want to like put to it. But like, yeah, basically that's what Pharrell's a black radical, and most people don't really understand that.
Be overqualified for a fucking position, but because I'm black, I'm the last one to be fucking seen. DEI helped me get in the door so I can compete with that white bitch standing next to me. But your rich black ass.
So here's what she's misunderstanding too. What she's misunderstanding is his point is still that is to get you in the door, but it's for everybody to stop looking at any type of color, race, or anything. He wants all erased. What are the qualifications? Can you do this job? I don't want Jasmine Crockett up in there just because she's black. I want Jasmine Crockett up in there because she knows how to do the job. She has the qualifications and oftentimes overqualifications. Black women oftentimes find themselves having to work 10 times harder. And that's just period. In every factor. It's like you have to put 10 times in more work just to even get a little bit of shine. Just a little bit of shine. And it's ridiculous. It's very, very ridiculous. And unless you're going to sell your body with a sexual image, then it comes faster. And then that's ridiculous. And that's industry. But there's also a capitalist kind of point of view on that. And that's where me and Pharrell and Amanda Seales will come to a common, because it's more to it. It's way more to it. It's the fact that we all know we know we focus on this, but there's so much more to it that we focus on the systematical things that are bothering us. You know what I mean? So I'm sorry if I bored you with that much to say, but no, that it's you don't want to you don't want to basically find yourself being played with. That's his whole point of view. You don't want to find yourself being played with. Now, do Aiden Ross like black people? I am about tired of Aiden Ross coming up. Oh my Lord. Let me say something. I want y'all to check this out before I even get into what I have to say about Aiden Ross. I've had my opinions for years about how I feel about Aiden Ross. I've always threw my little 2 cents out there. Of course, I'm small, so he's gonna knock on this. But girl, when they're gonna be big, and he gonna have to hear that. He gonna have to hear that. He gonna have to hear that one for real.
Are you an Indian?
Yes.
True. There, you're right.
Do you not like black people?
I love them.
No, it's yes or no. Do you like black people?
Yes.
Lie!
No, don't do that! That looks so bad! Yo, this is not. Yo, stop! Don't do that! I love it,
Are you an Indian?
Yes.
So I'm just trying to understand. This is the same man who goes around doing a lot of unqualified tests with unmatching test results. Misconduct of numbers and forms. Allegedly. I don't want to discredit his thing, but some of his things I feel like was a little bit of a all for TV. But Aiden Ross sees money. He doesn't see that you're black. Okay, listen. This man does not respect black people. He don't even respect the gay community. This man is like literally, he does not respect the LGBT like at all or anything. Like he doesn't respect everything from his mind is exactly how white supremacy thinks. White capitalist perspective. He's thinking he can gain this much money by aggravating a group of people by doing things like no homo around black people because he knows how black people act when it comes to some of their, homies. But their siblings, they'll give a little bit of grace. When it comes to their homies, he knows how they are acting. He's seen how that's been on TV. He's took that and made a career from that, started himself out from basically gaslighting a group of people. That's what Aiden Ross' resume consists of. Aiden Ross' resume consists of gaslighting African American people and LGBT, causing a consistent divide that has already been in the system and in the works for years, just to only make money and profit off of that divide. Kind of hear what I'm saying? This is why I don't like Aiden Ross. You made money off of a divide. That's like the million people who may have like talked about the Palestine. Listen, in all good hearts, I'm playing devil's advocate. We all talked about the Palestine stuff and what's going on overseas, but we all profited from a divide that was happening over there. In good light, of course, but we all still profited off of what was happening over there, a divide that was happening. The difference between that is he has more talents than that. He can also play video games. He's also very creative. He's also a very good he has a very fun personality outside of that. He has a very good personality, very funny, very charismatic. You can see that. I'm not going to take that away from Aiden. But what I don't like is what he profited off of and how he made a name for himself and what his resume consists of. And it makes him seem like he doesn't actually appreciate the black community and the black culture. He just profits from black culture, appropriating while we're depreciating. Are you kind of hearing what I'm saying? Like, that's not beautiful. That's not cute. That's not sexy. And give it to him. He's good looking. Give him that. But for him to get up here and do like that, you make yourself look so unattractive. And then the things you say about black women. So no, nobody feels like you actually like black people. Let's keep it 100. You don't like black people. You like the money you make off of black people. Let's start there. You like the money that you make off of black people. It's not that you like us. You don't like, and the reason probably you only like a black girl because the black girl is the only girl you can't get. Because we ain't gonna put up with that bullshit. Excuse my language. Ugh. Now let's move on. Soccer player Cristiano Ronaldo under scrutiny over his visit to the White House. He's another one too. Cute, fine. I used to think this man was so cute. Oh my god. I know he had a wife and all that. But I was like, damn, girl, you sharing? No. No, Cristiano Ronaldo caught some scrutiny today, visiting the White House. As you can see right here, this is pictures of him and his wife. Future wife, fiance. Okay, so I had to read that. I'm sorry. Future wife. So thank you, Mr. President, for your invitation, for the warm welcome you and the First Lady gave me and my future wife. Each of us had something meaningful to give and stand ready to do my part as we inspire new generations to build future defined by courage, responsibility, and lasting peace. You may want to do that, but he ain't trying to do that. He's just trying to go be with Bubba. And who said I did? I did that. Yeah, I said it and did. Who gonna stop me? Nobody. No, but for real, like, he ain't trying to be. And Cristiano, you just ruined. This is why Chelsea didn't want you. That's why they said no at the last second. Ha. And we don't want you on Chelsea. You don't even come over here. Bye. We don't want you on Chelsea. Ew. That's why we didn't want you. That's why we said no last second, because you was a PR disaster waiting to happen. I'm just joking. That's why Chelsea didn't want you. Ooh, who's Team Chelsea out here? No, nobody. Y'all suck. Y'all gotta play. Come on, like, get your team. It's Team Chelsea out here, okay? But no, ew. Why would you get on Beyonce's internet and do such a thing? And speak to this man. Speaking of visits, where you don't need to be visiting. Nicki Minaj was up in the UN at the White House speaking on a lie that has not even been factualized yet. That I don't even think it was true, because I even did my research. But let's take a look anyway. Here's I almost called her Beyonce. Nicki Minaj on Beyonce's
Ambassador Waltz for this invitation. It is an honor to stand on this stage with you and the other distinguished speakers here today to shine a spotlight on the deadly threat faced by thousands of Christians in Nigeria. I would like to thank President Trump for prioritizing this issue.
Is that me? Oh, no, that's the
issue, and for his leadership on the global.
Why is it like they recorded this shit in 1981? What the fuck?
stage and calling for urgent action to defend Christians in Nigeria, to combat extremism, and to bring a stop to violence against those who simply want to exercise their natural right to freedom of...
I know why it sound like that. Let me tell y'all why I sound like that. Let me tell you. You know why I sound like that? I wonder why I sound like that. Cause ain't nobody fix the PA system, and when it's full of shit, it's gonna put it in a shitty cafeteria somewhere in a school, off the side of the road somewhere, and tell you this is a UN meeting. The end, allegedly. Now let her back to her speech.
religion or belief. I stand here as a proud New Yorker with a deep sense of gratitude that we live in a country where we can freely and safely worship God regardless of one's creed, background, or politics. No group should ever be persecuted for practicing their religion, like I recently stated on social media. And we don't have to share the same beliefs in order for us to respect each other. We're way beyond thinking or expecting or assuming for, the person sitting next to you to have the exact same beliefs. We're beyond that. That's ridiculous. But that shouldn't make one person feel less safe than anyone in any room.
She want to be a radical so bad.
Music has taken me around the globe. I have seen how people, no matter their language, culture, or religion, come alive when they hear a song that touches their soul. Religious freedom means we all can sing our faith regardless of who we are, where we live, and what...
Stop! Little people say stop!
we believe. But today, faith is under attack in way too many places.
Nicki.
In Nigeria, Christians are being targeted, driven from their homes, and killed. Churches have been burned. Families have been torn apart, and entire communities live in fear constantly, simply because of how they pray.
Is she regurgitating Trump's words? Is she regurgitating Trump's words? We're way past that. We're way and beyond and past regurgitating the liar's word. Do you not hear him, Bubba? And you still went through with this? This is...
What a joker.
Have you lost your mind? And y'all just lying. Just on in there lying.
You really think someone would do that? Just go on the internet and tell lies?
Yes, I do. They will tell lies all day long and play right in your face. Hi, my name is Aaliyah J. Welcome to the bullshit that we are facing in today's time. Are you serious? This lady went up here and regurgitating this man's words like this?
Sadly, this problem is not only a growing problem in Nigeria, but also in so many other countries across the world, and it demands urgent action. Ambassador.
And I demand urgent clarification on what's going on. So I decided to do some digging. Just for y'all. I did some digging. So I was like, why is she also getting scrutiny? Not just from me and several other people, but she's so looking. So what's going on in Nigeria? You know, what's going on in Nigeria? I went to go look at what's going on in Nigeria. Right, came across this video right here.
Here in the West, we do hear two sets of rumours about Nigeria. Firstly, Western Christians say that Christians in Nigeria are being oppressed by the Muslims, and then we hear that Muslim and Christian Nigerians actually get along really well. For someone that lives in Nigeria, can you shed some light on the common misconception in the West regarding Christians being oppressed by Muslims in Nigeria?
I've seen people talk about this, people from the West bringing up pictures, bringing up images, talking about how Christians are being oppressed or tortured and things like that. But when you come here, you see it's totally different. It's not true. It's just a lie. In fact, it is the opposite. I don't see that here in Abuja. We know the red lines. We don't cross it. In fact, Muslims as a whole, they don't insult. Because who are we going to insult there? No one. We can't insult Jesus. If you do that, you're not a Muslim. I have Christians that are very close friends. I live in Abuja, and Abuja is a place where you see Christian. Your neighbor, in fact, in front of my house is a very big church. We live fine here.
I've heard from both Christian and Muslim Nigerians that things are not that bad over there, like you said. It's frustrating when Islam is painted in a bad light. It's not like the Christians are outnumbered there. The south of Nigeria being majority Christian, which is a significant amount, because around 46% of the whole country is Christian. So it is literally like half and half almost. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless and protect all the Muslims over there and increase them in their iman and ease their hardships. Here in the West, we do hear two sets of rumours about Nigeria. Firstly, Western.
So, it's two sets of rumours. So while one thing can be true, the two things can also be true at the same time. Okay. So while they're telling partial of the story about what's going on in Nigeria, it's not exactly what we're thinking. It's more than that, because you even have parts of Morocco not receiving gas. I believe it was Morocco. And they had to cut off the line. There's a lot of things going on in other countries. They're going through wars. And the thing is they're not the only ones dealing with regimes like Palestine. What's going on in Palestine and what's going on out there. Apparently, there's several groups like that going around. Allegedly, yeah. Several groups like this going around and just tormenting different countries, causing havoc and misinformation to be put out. Also heard this is also possibly a way that the U.S. is trying to get in with Nigeria and take some land, allegedly. I'm also hearing that a lot of this is propaganda. And so where I want to find is what is the truth. And I think dig some more digging into that. Y'all know we're going to get some digging like that. And if I come up with some information, it'll be a whole separate video. I'll have to, because I'm going to have to go into it. There's no way. If there is something going on in Nigeria, I hope everything is going well. But it's not as the story is being told. And I'm trying to dig as much information as I can up. So, of course, we're going to come back on a video and I will break that down. We will do a super breakdown on what's really going on. I'm going to try to gather some information and see what we can do about that one for you guys, because whatever's going on in Nigeria, nobody's really want to talk about it. Everybody's dismissing it, but me as on a journalistic perspective, we're going to have to get in on that. We can't just let that one go. Oh yeah, guys. Okay. So then people are scrutinizing the hell of Nicki at the same time.
Protecting Christians in Nigeria is not about taking sides or dividing people. It is about uniting humanity.
Trump says he's going to protect women whether they like it or not.
Trump says Amanda Seals and what is this, Camille? Who's that? Oh, that's what's her name. I can't remember this child's name. So this is posted by Tabitha Speaks. She collected all this information. Hi, Tab. For the record, Nicki Minaj may not realize it yet. Oh, this is Tamika Mallory. Yeah, but aligning with Donald Trump and his evil plans and consequences has consequences. As he turns his attention to Nigeria, there will exploitation, resources theft, and innocent Nigerians will be, Trump has patterned to use Black culture for cover while pushing policies that hurt Black people here and abroad. Unfortunately, the sister will be tied to the harm in history. Will remember who stood beside him.
I would like to thank
And then Tabitha says, IMO, she decided to jump into politics because Cardi and Beyonce were politically active during 2024 campaign. Now she wants a piece of political spotlight. Trump admins saw her depression an opportunity to use Black women to push their agenda. And in her rush to one-up Cardi and Beyonce, she volunteered to be a pawn. She did little research and no actual research on the actual issues. Why? Because in true MAGA nut fashion, it's not about facts or honesty. It's about propaganda, division, and chasing attention. And it's exactly what I feel like, because it's like, why are you here? Like I said before, I said this on a couple episodes ago. Like, Nicki, what are you doing here? Why are you here? Like, why are we doing this? Because you don't even know what's really going on, and then you're making a speech about something you really don't know about. How's your brother? How's your husband? I'm just asking. How's home? How's Papa Bear? Why are you here? How's baby? How's the body doing? How's your mental? Everything's okay? Because why are we here? Nicki motherfucking Minaj. Why are we here, Nicki? Because why are we thinking that this is okay? No one's ever said this was okay. Like, girl, you need to get this together because I don't even know what you're doing and why you even here. This is not cute. This is yeah. All right, y'all. Let's take a little pause. Holidays is coming up, though. Girls, gonna get cozy. I've been watching Christmas movies. Oh, I got a good book for you guys. 1 second. Hold on. 1 second. I got a good little book for you guys to read. I got a good one for you guys. Hold on. We got a good book for y'all. Let me grab it. All right, we got it. Oh, my hair. Ooh, okay. Dang it. Okay, we're back, babies. We back. We black. All right, I've been reading this book. It's been really interesting. I'm not gonna tell you guys details, but just know that this is a very, very good book. Understand that I'm picky, like I'm picky with my movies, and more the Swisher Pack inside of the bookwork. But the book is called The Day He Never Came Home. It's by Andrew DeYoung. It's a novel, of course. It's actually pretty beautiful. It's pretty oh, in the room. I'm live. I'm sorry. But this is very much a good book, you guys. So we're pretty much check it out. You can get it at Barnes and Noble. You can get it on Hey. And The Day He Never Came Home. So basically, it's been a whole lot of, I'm sorry, people come over. Y'all know how it is. But The Day He Never Came Home, yeah. So this book, I can tell you, let's see. Reagan's Peter's financial advisor husband, John, wants to give her and their children a good life. His long work hours prove his education until the FBI shows up at their door looking for John. Everything Reagan believes has been part of one big lie. And when I tell you one big ass lie, it's one, because she should have noticed. I would have exited that relationship. The things that she's saying that she didn't recognize this whole entire time. I'd have been out. I'd been gone. I would have exited that relationship. Stayed, left. Because she was like, he didn't do this. I don't even think he showed up for the birth. of the kids. Like that's how bad it is. I love that book. But anyways, yeah. So what are you guys doing for the holidays? I'm gonna decorate. I'm gonna ready because I wanna do a lot of things for the holidays, you guys. I wanna have fun. Let's get into. Let's see. Stephen A. Smith. Ooh, yeah, I forgot Milan. He was not fucking with Chris. Milan Christopher, if y'all don't know, was from Love and Hip Hop. They were probably the first gay people on Love and Hip Hop. I mean, a couple with the other boy who was in a single relationship. I forgot the name. It was a whole long time ago. He was also on Bad Boys Club, which I'm trying to get into audition for. Natalie picked me. Yeah. So Stephanie Smith made some comments about Michelle Obama and her speech and something she said that was factual. He got in his little panties in a bunch as usual, and he had a lot to say after he had his little panties in a bunch. Let's check out what he said.
Our former First Lady, Michelle Obama. So this weekend, she was in Brooklyn and she said something that respectfully I disagree with. She had something to say that I felt compelled to disagree with publicly. Here's what she said.
Do you think that impacts the room that we've made for a woman to be president?
Well, as we saw in this past election, sadly, we ain't ready. That's why I'm like, don't even look at me about running, because you all are lying. You're not ready for a woman. You are not.
You're not ready.
So don't waste my time. You know, we got a lot of growing up to do. And there's still, sadly, a lot of men who do not feel like they can be led by a woman, and we saw it.
A woman is not the president of the United States because we're not ready? Ladies and gentlemen, listen to what I said about Michelle Obama when I spoke about her in August of this year. Take a listen. I'm talking specifically to you, Madam First Lady. You are not just beloved, you are revered. You are sensational in so many ways. I've been on the record on this show and many others stating, had you run for president, you would have beat Trump. I still believe that. If Trump somehow manages to circumvent the 22nd Amendment, which I don't put past him, and Steve Bannon and others, and he tries to seek a third term, I believe if your husband elected to come back, he would beat Trump. That's my personal belief. But you, who never was an elected official and never aspired to, could easily, I wouldn't say easily, but you could win an election. Does anybody doubt right now as we sit here on this day, November 17th, 2025, that if Michelle Obama came out today and said, I'm going to be the Democratic nominee, I aspire to be the Democratic nominee for the presidency of the United States of America, who would beat her? It's going to be Josh Shapiro. It's going to be Gavin Newsom.
What she said was not a lie. Because wasn't that the same amount of men who turned around and voted for Trump because they didn't feel like a woman could be in office? Or was that just my imagination? Or was that part of the reason why we're dealing with what we're dealing with today? Because men like you and Israelites and other people, groups of people, even Christians, all said they felt like women cannot lead. I'm not just calling on groups of people, by the name because these are the exact group, these are the numbers, these are what's in the facts. Go look at it. It's right in front of you. What do you see? The thing is, what I hate is ignorance, and it's the choice to like cognitively just like act like you don't know what's going on, as if you did not hear how all these people looked at Kamala and made every single reason why they didn't want Kamala, even to pull up her history, trying to say she possibly slept her way to the top. Is that not what you guys did? That she was this, she locked a lot of men up in Oakland, in California. She locked a lot of men up. It was the men complaining about the men who didn't want the woman in office. Did we not see that? Was that not in your face, Mr. Stephan? What the things is, if I was able to run for office, I wouldn't even have you on the internet, sir. Because what are you talking about? You would need to be educated a lot, because you're not understanding. If the men have not grown up to even men today, the way these men, especially these little boys, act, the way these boys be acting, a girl running something to them might have been also a shocker too. Now, granted, some of us are my generation, and maybe some others agree to having women. We are okay with that because we've experienced it over our time. But then you got a lot of men who look at another woman like this, their mother, and it's the worst thing in the world. We're talking about the same government that also stood up here and didn't want women to have abortions. So they made it federally illegal and shut down a lot of programs, and then threatening to put people in jail if they're going across state lines to get an abortion. And I remember around that time, men actually was like, well, that's not so bad. That's a good thing. They needed okay. Okay. So everybody getting vasectomies. All you niggas getting vasectomies. Because y'all don't even want to put on a condom. Do you realize STD numbers are going up? Should we go there? Should we go there? Oh, wow. Because, like, why? The thing is, don't be out here trying to criticize what she said, because what she said was not wrong. You know what's wrong with you? You know what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you is
you full of That's what you are. You full of
You want to be in political office. You want to try to be a part of this political field. And yet, again, you're not even doing your proper research. It's such the same as Nicki. Half y'all is just doing this for attention. And it's sad. Pick up and do some research. It's not hard. It aggravates me. It aggravates me to hear Stephan just say whatever out of his mouth. It's just like, ugh. And it's like, no, she's not wrong. Y'all were no, they were not ready for women. You can still see today that they're not ready for women, because some of the things that it would take down a woman, some of these men is okay with. Do you realize half these men were defending Diddy? Some of these things were defending Diddy, which means half of them are probably this close to ready to beating their wife or girlfriend. A lot of niggas be doing freak offs too. That means we're dealing with some freaky wife beaters. Freaky wife beaters. That's what we're dealing with. And you want to talk about the maturity of having a woman as president, and we got freaky wife beaters? We got presidents sucking on possible fucking horse dick? Are you killing me? Are you killing me right now? This is the shit you want me to say, and you want to get on the internet and act like this is normal? This ain't normal. Y'all not ready to have a woman president. Y'all not ready for a woman to truly get in office and lead, because you're not. You're not. Look at how y'all act defending Diddy and shit. Y'all beat your girlfriends, you most likely, huh? You freaking freaks. You freaking deeks. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. Tell me you ready for a woman president. If she would have ran, she would have won. Bullshit. I would call bullshit like a mother. Bullshit. She wouldn't have won. She wouldn't have won. No, ain't no way she would have won. Because look how y'all act. Immature. Growth. Ugh, get out of my face, Stephen. Get out of my page. I don't want to hear no more. So mother and son have got jumped in elementary by a bunch of middle school, elementary kids. What was it? Let me see. Do I not have it? I thought I saved the story earlier. Oh, here we go.
Dozens of people came out to support a Southside mom and her son after a video of them being attacked went viral.
That's crazy. Kids is fighting adults. Where's the parents at? Why are they being accountable for it?
Video shared tens of thousands of times on Facebook shows the attack. You can see the woman being punched and eventually falling to the ground, where the assault turns even more violent. We've frozen the video here because it's too graphic after this point. We also blurred the faces of the people involved because they're minors and no charges have been filed. The woman's family was among those at Bright Elementary School. They allege the woman's son has been bullied for 2 years. And yesterday, as the woman walked her kids home from school, the teens turned on the mom.
It's an outrage, and I just feel like we got to do better as parents, maybe a community, maybe as a school, and this could have been prevented if, if the school would have helped out more, the principal would have stepped up.
Justice still needs to be done. Something needs to be done to the kids that jumped on them. Some type of justice.
Chicago police confirm a woman and boy were seriously injured by a group of offenders yesterday afternoon and taken to Trinity Hospital for treatment. Some parents at the school didn't want to be on camera, but affirm a group of young people have been bullying the boy and others.
That's disgusting. I don't got no words for it. My heart.
Let me tell you something. I wish a mother would. Wrong child mother. You see this? Get you one of these. Nice piece of steel. Knock them right over the head with it. And I'm not talking about the kids. I'm about to tell them parents to line the fuck up. Them parents and me would have had it out together. Tell the parents to line it up. Tell the parents to line it up. Because I ain't gonna, nah. And I'm coming swinging. I'm coming swinging hot, heavy, thick. I ain't letting go of the belt. Them kids, belt to ass. And I mean it. Excuse me, YouTube. Belt. Y'all don't whoop y'all kids, do y'all? Y'all think it's abuse. Y'all think it's abuse. Whooped it. Because that's what I've been doing. That's what's wrong. Them kids wouldn't, hell no. Whooping on me? I'm grown? And you a kid? I'm whooping the kid. I'm whooping the mama, the daddy, the grandmama, and the grandpapa. I don't care who it is. These little kids, they gonna get it. Shh. And let's see. So there was an apology apparently for one of the kids. I had to pull up my thing right.
To meet Kamira. She is one of the children that was a part of the fight at OT Bright School.
Now I'm gonna cut it short because it's a little girl. Mama though, the mama gonna get her ass whooped. Mama, line it up. Mama, line it up. Tell that little girl, mama, to line it up. You know what? Fuck the kids. Get their parents. Line it up. Everybody line it up. Nah. Hell no. I'm whooping them. That's who you go for. Because that means your kids ain't got no home training. Your kids out here acting like they ain't got no home training. You ain't gonna let them do that? That's embarrassing you. They're telling us how you doing as a parent. Ugh. Well, in other news, Doja Cat claps back at the fact that she don't promote. And she don't. So, Doja Cat claps back a low effort and tour. I don't even know where she's on tour. I even know she dropped a new album. No one knew anything. What is she talking about? I hate Doja and comfortable where she's at currently in her career. We're not getting any more smash hits. You're not. You know, she doesn't want to be the type of girl, so she's going to play her role. She's going to undermine herself and let her keep doing that. You didn't even advertise. We even know that she had a new album out. Can we just talk about that? Raise your hand if you knew that she had an album out. Put a one in the chat. You knew she dropped the album out. So I didn't know. Ain't no way in hell. I didn't even know. Nobody knew. Doja Cat. So Big Ivy. Anyone hearing Jason Lee? So Jason Lee got to some heated discussions. Here's Jason.
Councilmember Villapudua.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. Before I start, I just want to let everyone know, if you watched the last Tuesday's meeting, I did say no, I wasn't going to be here. My agenda was always complete. I always go to all the meetings. I don't miss my meetings. I don't miss my committee meetings. I have neighborhood watch meetings in my district. So just because he's here, I'd have to follow his schedule. It don't go like that. So we schedule, we're here now. End of period. So I just wanted to make sure of that. I have other things that we do. So because he's here, we have to jump. No, we don't have to do that. We can always reschedule. Now, if there's other meetings that are scheduled, like every other Tuesday, yeah, we're supposed to all be here. But when it's a special meeting, that's because he made it in a short notice, doesn't mean that we have to all be there. I'm not here to speak on my colleagues, but I'm just talking about myself. So that being said,
is that not what you hired? It's not what you hired to do, though. Special meeting or not?
The truth is, what we are dealing with tonight isn't about transparency or accountability. It's about one person, Councilmember Jason Lee, and on his ongoing mission to defame, to slander, and to tear down the reputation of our former interim city manager. That's
because you used to work with him and doing a lot and scamming it with him too, allegedly.
What it is and has been about from day one. And unfortunate because instead of doing the work of the people, fixing streets, improving neighborhoods, supporting real community projects, we end up spending our time putting on these congressional styling hearings where Councilmember Lee is the main attraction and star of the show. He's turning the city hall into a reality show. And I'll tell you straight up, I don't support that.
Pause the time, please. Please make sure that you stick to the comments regarding this agenda item. Thank you.
Well, I don't disrespect towards the mayor, towards the city staff, and towards the entire process has to stop. It's the waste of everyone's time and the energy. On top of that, he has disrespected his fellow council members and the taxpayers of Stockton by threatening.
Point of order. Are we talking about? We're talking about a misuse.
Excuse me. First of all, you need to reference your point of order, and those in the audience, please know that I went over the proper decorum 4.06.
So point of order requires you to acknowledge
I need to
my
know
point
which
of order. That's what
which item.
Rosenberg's Rules of Order requires you to acknowledge
Yes.
my motion, my
Hear
point
it.
of order. So
So
can you
which
hear it?
item?
Okay, so my point of order is this is not a kangaroo court to talk about
No,
me. It's to talk about the agenda. Hold on, Mayor. Let me finish my point of order. Okay.
You need to cite.
Let me finish.
I have
You will
mic
let
still.
me finish the
And
point
then
of
we can
order.
vote.
See, the problem is my point of order is that the collusion to cover up the discussion is quite frustrating. The public is watching. So let me state my point of order. Okay, the point of order is that this is not about a reality show, my platform, my followers, all of which you all use to get in office. This is about the item right here in front of us, in front of the public, that most of you did not show up for.
And Andy, because he went on an interview on his platform.
And it is for a special meeting led discussion regarding potential charter violations, abuse of authority, and possible misuse of public funds, direction to staff on next steps, and possible referrals to relevant agencies. What I'm hearing, instead of there being questions around the packet that's been presented, is I've heard all of you show up as his defense attorneys when we're talking about their taxpayer dollars that we're all responsible for managing and overseeing. So my point of order is the discussion should be relevant to the subject matter, and it is not a personal attack. What's becoming personal is the cover-up that's happening up here on this dais in front.
I hear your point of order.
So keep it on the subject matter. Keep it on the subject matter.
Can you?
Please.
Okay. So
That's all
in
I'm
the
asking.
future, please provide which Rosenberg rule that you are referencing.
In the future, lead the meeting under the rules that you established.
We are.
Okay.
But if you're going to point of order,
Mayor, I don't
you
have an
need to
intention
make
to
sure-
go.
And all he's telling them is do is hold it. If you're gonna hold me accountable, hold y'all accountable too, to the same standard that I'm in. Like what? Hush. Jason Lee made a good point. You know, and I see what they're doing to him. They're trying to flood him out. And it's cute. And they're hating on him. Or they want to be him. You know, we're rocking with Jason over here. And we hope we really do better. I'm surprised we really been on for an hour, y'all. Well, that's been an amazing show. We get to talk. We covered everything. Yep. Yeah, that was everything. Well, you guys, thank you so much for watching The Candid Truth, you guys. Until next time, we'll see you guys on Friday night, right? Turn up with The Candid Truth, episode 16. And yeah, see you guys later, Jay. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell, just to stay notified. And I'll see you guys next time. What you say in the comments? We'll read a comment before we leave.